to the new video. It's been a while since I did a video, but unfortunately we heard the news yesterday about Ace Frehley passing away, and I was really sad by it. And it was just really something that tribute video to Ace Frehley and talk about Ace Frehley. Now he was 74, a couple of years younger than Ozzy, and I mean he wasn't like really young. I mean he was in the later part of his career. He possibly could have like done one more album or something. But anyways, I'm going to talk about Ace Frehley and what Ace Frehley meant to me and what I remember about Ace Frehley. Now I watched a lot of the other like tribute kind of like videos, and some of the narrated ones are just, I don't know what people are thinking. I mean, even the people who are recording them and or who are watching them. I'm not jealous because they got more views. I'm just kind of confused because a lot of people have gone over the same stuff of, we'll talk about like the beginning of Kiss and talk about the ad that Paul and Gene put out looking for guitars with flashing balls. And then they'll go on to like tell kind of the history of exactly what happened in the beginning of Kiss's career. And we kind of already know that. So I'm not sure why people do that or why people want to watch a video for the 16th time of somebody describing the history of the band when most of the people who are watching these videos are Kiss fans anyways, and they know the history. All right, anyways, that aside, I'm going to talk about my own history thing and then like how I got into like Ace Frehley. 1987, Kiss released a video for Rock and Roll All Night, which wasn't really specifically a music video for that. It was just like a collage and a little compilation of all like the music clips and everything to promote their Kiss Exposed VHS tape that they came out with at the time. So I saw that and thought that was cool and was wondering about, you know, what happened with Ace and stuff. Ace and Peter. And of course, lo and behold, within the next couple of months, Rock Soldiers comes out. It's the return of Ace Frehley, and I really love Rock Soldiers. That song to me is, to this day, is still special, and I crank it up if I have it in my car or whatever. And it's just an awesome song. It's such a really cool story, and it's a wicked song. It's one of those songs that everybody's describing about his drunk, and of course it's a little exaggerated in the song, but I just thought the whole Frehley's Comet was cool. Frehley's Comet in '88, I thought that was cool. I liked Todd Howard singing. I liked, you know, Joe Reagan and Sandy Slavin and Jamie Okerlund, everything off of his solo stuff that he did from '87 to 1989. Up until Trouble Walking, and I thought Trouble Walking was really cool. And even, of course, during the reunion. But I thought Ace and Peter, I saw the reunion shows, and I wasn't up close, but everything sounded fine, cool, and great to me when I saw them in 1996 and 1997. You know, so I was lucky enough, I saw him a year before that in Saratoga Springs, New York with Peter Criss before the reunion. So I got to see Ace Frehley and Peter Criss before the reunion on the Bad Boys tour. Saw them twice on the reunion tour. And then, of course, saw Kiss after that in 2012. I saw them. So that was really cool. So what I really loved about Ace Frehley, which a lot of fans loved, is the fact that he came up with those really cool guitar riffs and guitar solos. I mean, even on his later albums, he did some really good stuff, and his guitar sound was really incredible, and he had really good guitar solos. No, he wasn't a virtuoso, but he came up with those legendary riffs and guitar solos within Kiss, and then, of course, continued on after that, and was doing more than what Kiss did. More than what Kiss did in the later years. From the 2000s on, he was definitely doing a lot more. Not more in the 80s, but once the 2000s hit, he was definitely doing a lot more musically and recording a lot more and everything. Still doing tours and everything, but the fact that he just put out more albums. I understand Kiss's tours were bigger and they were, of course, longer, but they didn't need to have to be that long. I'll get into another Kiss rant in another video sometime. But the fact that he kept on coming up with albums, and he released, you know, quite a bit. He released Anomaly, Spaceman, Space Invader, and 10,000 Volts. So 4 albums within, you know, several years apart, but still kind of consistent considering. So really was good on how he released the albums and everything. And of course, he was working on Origins Part 3, I think, which is good, but I like to see him actually cover some like really more of like hard rock songs. I would have loved that made that list for him to do that. But he's going to do the stuff that he wants to cover and what he likes. And speaking of which, 2 other songs that I didn't either know or didn't really care for until I heard Ace do them. And I was like, oh, holy cow, this is a really cool and incredible song. And that was Spanish Castle Magic by Jimi Hendrix. And the Thin Lizzy song, not Genghis Khan, the Emerald. The Emperor, the Emerald from that Thin Lizzy song. That one is also just an incredible song, and I just love how Ace covers it. I mean, it just really made me love those songs more and go back and listen to the originals. But of course, I like Ace Frehley's versions better. One of the other most coolest things about Ace Frehley that we loved was his laugh, and then of course his honesty. Now, speaking of the laugh, that Tom Snyder video, if any of you haven't seen it, you should check it out. I'm sure many of you have. That's really hilarious. I thought that was just awesome. So many people have done that. There's 2 different parts, because there's one whole edited video out there where there's several uploaders, and then there's one with the full-length version of it. Ace Frehley's honesty is another good one. He talked about in this one interview that I recently watched, some girl just like uploaded it a couple days ago, and she said unseen footage of Ace Frehley, and it's from the 2018 Spaceman interview where he was promoting Spaceman. So he talks about how the dynamics of how the band worked. There was 4 different personalities within the band, and if it was just 4 people that were like him and Peter, it wouldn't have worked, and here he is admitting it. I thought this was kind of fun.
The fact that Paul and Gene were sober, they were taking care of business and making deals, while me and Peter were loaded.
Well,
so that's what made Kiss work, you know. They took...
He even admitted that it wouldn't have worked if there was just 4 drunks in the band and 4 guys that liked to party. So he was honest and was giving Paul and Gene credit there for all the stuff that Paul and Gene have done for Kiss's career and then throughout their career. Like, I just wanted to come on here and say, I love Ace Frehley too. I won't forget Ace Frehley. I've been a huge Ace Frehley fan for years, and he will always live within our hearts, live within my heart, within the music, and all the memories we have of him, of all the guitar, all the stuff that he did. And of course, granted, I've kind of slightly critiqued and criticized 10,000 Volts. I don't think was an amazing album. But ironically enough, when I was going through my tribute song, which I'll show a little clip towards that at the end, you saw in the beginning, that's what I love about the AI music. You can't get a copyright for it. But within that, I was like looking at the song titles because I wanted to throw stuff into my song. And then there was one, Fighting for Life. And I just thought that was another just weird, ironic twist. Because he was on life support for the last day or so. And it's just odd. It's just really bad. Really bad, that situation. But anyways, my main point here is I really love that song. And I got to go listen to this. I got to go listen to that again. And it was just really weird. That's one of the best songs off of 10,000 Volts. So anyways, that's it. That's all I have for today. God bless Ace Frehley, man. He will live on as a legend. He's just got so much, music and stuff out there, and so many other great songs, and his voice was just unique. Another thing about Ace, when you heard Ace Frehley sing, you knew it was Ace Frehley. Let me know in the comments below, what was your first Kiss or Ace Frehley album? When did you become a fan? Were you one of those lucky older people that were a fan since 1975, or became a fan like me in the 1980s? Or during the reunion tour, or like you discovered him several years ago, like back in the late 2000, 2018, 2019, and you discovered him when you were younger. Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching.